This video is about the basics of level objects in the original System Shock and how to place them in a level. For this I'm using the tools from the deck package of InkyBlackness in version 0.9.1. Future releases might have a different interface, yet the concept remains the same. Level objects are everything that is not part of the basic tile layout of a level. They are the content of a level. The game groups objects in a hierarchy. The first hierarchy level is the object class. There are 15 such classes, which have names like software, weapons or panels. Each class has a set of subclasses, which then contain the various objects identified by type. All 3 hierarchy levels are numbered, each time beginning with 0. For the majority of cases, the editor does not need to consider subclasses for separate selection. It puts all types of all subclasses for one class in the same list for easier use. Special cases do require distinction, which will be noted where necessary. Each level can contain up to 871 objects in total. Furthermore, each level also has an upper limit on objects per class. For example, a level can contain only up to 15 weapon objects. The editor shows the usage and the limits on the right side of the level objects mode. For this video I have extended the museum with an atrium, which I want to fill with some garden elements. To add a new level object, first select a class from which a new object shall be created. Next I scroll through the list of object types to find and select the scenery. Finally, in the map, use the secondary mouse button, typically a right click, to place a new object of the selected type in the level. The base properties are common to all level objects. They define the position and orientation of the object, as well as its hit point value. The editor places new objects with their corresponding default hit point value. The fine values for x and y, ranged from 0 to 255 each, specify the location within the tile. Objects are moved within the level by modifying the 4 x and y values. In the current version of the editor, drag and drop with the mouse is not supported. The Z value specifies the vertical position of an object. This value ranges from 0 to 255 as well, and the actual location is dependent on the level height configuration, just like tile heights. So it takes some experience to properly place objects on the ground. The X, Y and Z rotation values rotate the object along the corresponding axis. Their range from 0 to 255 is mapped to a full circle. For the most part, only the Z rotation is needed, especially for oriented objects such as buttons. Class properties are where it gets exciting. Based on class and subclass, objects have a variety of specific properties. Going through the description and behavior of all objects is beyond the scope of this tutorial. Future episodes will pick specific functions and describe their common use. I recommend reading the chapters on level objects in the unofficial specifications document of InkyBlackness. Properties and their values might not always be clear from the context. The link is in the description of the video. For now, I will add number labels to the entrances of the showrooms, relating to the video numbers. To do this, I'm using words objects, which reference texts. The texts with the IDs 0 to 9 correspond to the actual digits. Let's have a look. To summarize, level objects are the content of a level. The game organizes objects in classes, subclasses, and types. Each level has a limit on total objects and separate limits on objects per class. Basic properties are for placing the object, and class-specific properties are described in the unofficial specifications document. Always keep a backup of your files, and don't forget to salt the fries.